SITREP, World Briefing for August 27, 2026. Experts said on August 27 that a glacier collapse was the most likely trigger for the floods and landslides that tore through the Nepal-Tibet border region. Their working explanation is that a mass of ice plunged thousands of meters from a glacier into a river below, releasing a surge of water, debris, and rock through a narrow Himalayan valley. The area is described by geologists as a fragile mountain corridor, with steep slopes, high-altitude ice, and river systems that can turn a single collapse into a fast-moving, cross-border event. The assessment shifted attention from initial suggestions of a glacial lake outburst to the possibility that the force came directly from collapsing ice and the impact it generated in the river channel. Authorities in Nepal and in Tibet, China, say the distinction affects how they monitor mountain hazards, map unstable glaciers, and warn downstream communities and transport routes. In the central Himalayas, researchers say that warming temperatures, unstable terrain, and dense sediment loads can amplify runoff, and that a collapse high above a valley can rapidly become a flood and landslide emergency far below. Iran said a potential agreement with Oman would bar military vessels from the Strait of Hormuz. The proposal emerged as Iranian officials denounced U.S. economic pressure, with President Masoud Pezeshkian saying Washington would achieve nothing through what Tehran called an economic chokehold. The strait, which lies between Iran and Oman and carries a large share of global seaborne energy trade, has long been central to confrontations involving Iran, the United States, and Gulf Arab states. The initiative also increased tensions with the Trump administration, which opposes parts of the evolving arrangement. Oman sits on the southern side of the strait and has often served as a mediator between Tehran and Washington, but any effort to exclude military ships would affect the security architecture that has governed the passage for decades. Iranian leaders said that maritime access, regional deterrence, and economic pressure are being negotiated together rather than as separate disputes. French astronaut Sophie Adenau said she completed 2 spacewalks from the International Space Station to replace a faulty antenna. Speaking from the station on August 26, she said the work required 2 separate excursions outside the ISS, making her the first French woman to conduct a spacewalk and marking a milestone for France's human spaceflight program, as the station continues to rely on in-person maintenance to keep communications and operations equipment functioning. Adenau said a failed antenna can require risky, labor-intensive intervention outside the station, where astronauts work in pressurized suits on the modules and truss structure. The ISS is a multinational laboratory operated by the United States, Russia, Europe, Japan, and Canada. And repairs like this are intended to extend its service life and preserve its scientific schedule. By completing 2 spacewalks to finish the replacement, Adenau recorded an operational achievement during a mission that European and French space agencies say seeks to broaden representation in astronaut corps while maintaining a visible role in long-duration orbital missions. Sources and the full written briefing are available at sitrepbrief.com.